In this first week of the new year, I've been thinking a lot about the term wintering. Alessio actually taught me a term in Italian, dolce far niente, which I've always associated with Italian summers. It's the sweetness of doing nothing. And I always envision being somewhere beautiful in the Italian seaside, relaxing, maybe reading a book, just sitting and listening to the waves or watching the people, and just enjoying the art of doing nothing. But wintering is the cold weather version of that. It's the idea that we are supposed to calm down and rest just as nature does at this time of the year. Hello everyone, Happy New Year and welcome. We are in full winter mode here. That means that the Christmas decorations are down, Alessio has already started prepping for his spring garden, and actually today is Epiphany, which I just took down the stockings because Befana came this morning, and now this is the last piece of the Christmas decor to go into the attic. We are fighting the winter blues. After the holidays, when everything starts to calm down, all the decor goes away and suddenly the house feels naked. That I think is the time when the winter blues can creep in, and man are we feeling them. Today is actually the first day that it started to flurry outside. It's gray, foggy, dark in the house. Our house actually doesn't get a lot of natural light, so if it's not sunny outside, it is super dark and it can easily become a little bit depressing. Today, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try and bring some coziness into the house. I'm going to winterize our bookcases. These are the bane of my existence. I can never get these bookcases to look right the way that I want them. But now that the Christmas decorations are down, I feel like it's a good time to give them a little makeover for the winter season. I also want to share with you the things that I have planned in January and February to help me fight the doldrums and the seasonal depression that can creep up. And I have several things, kind of little hobbies that I've picked up that give me something to look forward to every day. One of those is going to the library, and I'm going to share with you some of the books that I've been reading that are giving me lots of cozy vibes. I'm a very seasonal reader, so I don't want to pick up a beach book in the winter when it's cold. I need some kind of winter tale, things set in the winter, those kinds of books. I also am a big fan of crochet, so I have a project that I've been working on for the last 2 years, and my goal is to actually finally finish it this year, and that is a temperature blanket from the year that I was born. I also love to sew, so I am going to show you guys the dress that I've been working on for the winter, and I'm also going to show you how I make some really easy pillow covers, because one of the things I think is going to make the house a lot cozier is to fill it with a lot of pillows and blankets and things that invite coziness and warmth. And I'm also going to share with you one of my favorite winter baking recipes, which is spiced applesauce bread with cream cheese filling.
She holding really well. I don't think we can cut it.
You don't think? You think it's too
thick. Like I can cut here.
You think we have to take it out in one piece and then you're gonna saw? Wait, I hear Micha.
No.
No? Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard her meow.
And now, black
She's
space.
left upstairs.
If she up there.
Look, if you're curious, the picture for January is
Curiosity.
curiosity.
No. Stuck. Let me see. Okay.
So first, the books. I think there's something so magical about the library. It's like going into a bookstore and stealing books. Like you can take anything that you want and read them for free and then bring them back and get something new. Like I said, I'm a seasonal reader, so I like things that remind me of the season that I'm in. And one thing that I think a lot of people are familiar with now, but in case you aren't, hygge, which is a Danish philosophy, I guess you could call it, of all things cozy and happy and inviting, especially in the winter, but I think they can do it. You can do hygge year round, but a lot of people really try and adapt this in the winter. I've been reading this book. It's very inspiring. Like I said, I want to bring a lot of cozy textures into the house, a lot of candlelight, and really fix up our atmosphere. I think it's going to help us feel a lot happier, and it's going to make it a lot more inviting. We spend most of our time during the day in this living room, so I really want to make it cozy and especially help Alessio too, because he definitely gets the winter blues like I do. The next book I got is Russian Tales. Something about me, I think about the Romanovs when I think winter. The first line of the description is, a mysterious girl is born from the snow. If that's not wintry, I don't know what is. So I'm excited to read these traditional stories of quests and enchantments. The next book I got is Jewels That Made History. Not very wintry, but very, very interesting. So I'm really excited to read this. 100 Stones, Myths, and Legends. And the last book I got is Christmas in 19th Century England. Now, Christmas is come and gone, but that's okay. I think that this kind of vibe can continue on through January, especially, and into February. So I'm excited to study and learn about the food and the festivities and the traditions that they used to have. In fact, nowadays in our modern time, the Christmas feelings often just end on Christmas Day. People say they're more excited about the build up to Christmas and even Christmas Eve more than Christmas Day, but that didn't always used to be the case. They used to start celebrating on Christmas and continue for 12 days until the Epiphany, which is today. And people used to gather, have parties, give each other gifts, more so in those 12 days of Christmas than actually on Christmas Day. I feel like we could really use that in today's time. Deciding to celebrate and enjoy the peace that is those couple weeks after Christmas. Welcome to my sewing room / our office / my closet. We are gonna do some sewing projects. I have gotten, let me show you. I picked up a few pillow inserts from Joann's when I went shopping for fabric because, like I said, I really want to add a lot of pillows and blankets to our living room because right now we only have 2 pillows that came with the couches. They're really uncomfortable and really hard. So I wanted to give some more softness and also create some projects for myself. I actually thrifted this tablecloth from Goodwill a few months back. And I thought this would be perfect for the larger pillows because I was looking online for some pillowcase covers that were 100% cotton, and I really couldn't find anything that I liked. And I remembered I had this, and this is 80% cotton, 20% jute, so it is perfect natural fibers, and I have so much of it that I can really easily make some pillow covers. Then for the smaller ones, I got this kind of milk chocolate. It looks kind of reddish on camera, but it's more brown in person. It is a 100% cotton gauze, so I'm going to use this to make covers for the smaller pillows. And then I did purchase a couple covers that are supposed to be coming in the mail. I also wanted to show you guys, I purchased this 100% cotton throw blanket because right now all of our blankets are polyester. And I'm really trying to move away from the synthetic fabrics, the polyesters, as much as possible. So I thought, okay, since we're making our home nice and cozy for winter, we really need some good throw blankets. We have a wool blanket that we got in Italy. I love it. The pattern is so beautiful. But I wanted some more just solid fabric blankets, and this one is beautiful. It's 100% cotton, so it's going to be really nice and cozy and also just make me feel better about the fabrics that we're using. And then once I finish all the pillows, I'll do we'll style it together and you guys can see how it all turns out. But I'm excited to show you the pillow covers that we're going to make because they are so easy. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can even do this by hand with a needle and thread, or you can even buy, I think it's called, what is it called? Liquid stitch. And you can just like kind of glue the pieces together and it still makes a really great pillow cover. And there's no zippers, no buttons, no ties, none of that complicated stuff. It literally, you just have, I think, 3 flaps that overlap in the back and 1 across the front, and you make a pillow cover. My other project for today is to finish this winter dress that I've been working on since November. My original goal was to finish this dress by Thanksgiving and wear it at Thanksgiving. That didn't happen. Then I wanted to finish it by Christmas. That didn't happen. So now I'm in January and I'm finally going to finish this dress. Alessio's big gift for me this year was a serger. I'm so excited because I love sewing, but I've always been doing a zigzag stitch to finish my seams or pinking shears. Now I have a serger. It looks so professional. Let me show you. I already serged over the seams that I sewed back in November, and it looks so much more professional. I'm very excited. To give you guys an idea, I couldn't hit all the places that I did before. This is the zigzag stitch that I used to use. It does a good job, but I think over time it's going to wear out, whereas the overlocking is going to be much more solid and long term. Since I'm talking about Christmas presents, I wanted to show you another present Alessio got me. Is this set of Gutterman threads. There are 26 different colors in here, and I'm very excited because I often just get on a project and I don't have the right thread color, so now I have a nice set. And there is this perfect brown in here for the dress and the pillowcase cover, so perfect. So yeah, let's get sewing. You're going to want to cut out 2 pieces of fabric, and your measurements are going to depend on the size of the pillow that you're using. So this is a 16 by 16 inch pillow insert. And my first square, I'm going to add an inch on each side. So if it's 16 inches, I'm going to add 1 inch here, 1 inch here, so 18 by 18. If your pillow is 20 by 20, again, add an inch on each side, so 22 by 22. Pretty much a perfect square. The second piece you're going to cut out is going to be, again, adding an inch on each side, but the other dimension is going to add 8 inches. So again, if my pillow is 16 by 16, I'm going to do 18 for one side, and then for the other side, I'm going to do 24 inches. So this will be 18 by 24. So when you get that rectangular piece, you're going to cut it straight down the middle and have 2 pieces, so 3 total pieces of fabric. I did an overlocking on the edges of my pieces. This is optional. If you don't have an overlocker or a serger, you can either do a zigzag stitch when you sew the pieces together, you can use pinking shears, or you can even hem in each piece. On the long end, you're going to fold over one piece to make a hem. Because I have the overlocking, I just folded it under and then sewed along that edge. And this is going to give you a clean edge to the back of your pillow. 2 pieces, I made a hem on one side of each piece. You're going to put the right sides of your fabric together if you have right sides. This specific fabric doesn't have a right or a wrong side. So you're going to put your big square piece down first, and then you're going to overlay your 2 rectangular pieces, again, right sides together. You're going to pin all the way around and then sew all the way around the square to fully encase the pillow insert. When you're done, you should have something that kind of looks like this, and we should be able to flip this inside out, or right side out, I guess. Flip this right side out, and if all goes well, we should have a pillowcase cover. Perfect. It looks something like this. This is the front side, and then the back, you have this, and this is your opening to slip in your pillow insert. So I'm going to put that in and show you what it looks like. Here is our finished pillow cover. The pillow insert is inside. Again, you just use this separation in the back to put the pillow in. It's very easy to remove and wash these covers. I just think it's so much easier than trying to fool with zippers or buttons or ties. I've already prepared the cream ones, so let's go sew up the rest of these pillow covers and then we'll put them out. So I've finally gotten the bookcase to a place where I am happy with it. There's still a couple things that I'd like to change, but overall, this is just stuff that we've had in here, and I reorganized it, moved things around, brought in a couple things from other rooms, and yeah, I think it looks so much better than what it did before. It's supposed to snow a lot this weekend, so Alessio brought in some wood so that we can have a fire. So the other thing I decided to do is I'm going to replace these taper candles that we have on our fireplace with these LED versions that I got off of Amazon. And the reason is, although I love a real candle 10 times more than an LED, I just feel like we never burn these because they're kind of really close to the wall of the fireplace. I don't want soot or damage, so we're gonna replace them and we're gonna embrace the LED candles so that we get that hygge vibe for the winter. Alessio doesn't like the new lampshades.
Like you said, I'm no good in changes.
He said they're too small. But you, again, like I told you, you get used to the way something is, and then when it changes, all you can see is that it's different. If I put those on from the beginning, you never would say anything about them.
Okay.
This is my spiced applesauce bread with cream cheese filling. The recipe will be down in the description, but let's go through it together. Start by combining 1 1/4 cups of unsweetened applesauce, a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of melted butter, 2 eggs, 3 tablespoons of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Mix this together before adding in your dry ingredients. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a half teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Don't overmix the batter, just stir until combined. For the filling, combine 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, 1 egg, a half a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. In a greased or papered loaf pan, layer the batter with the filling in between. Bake at 350 degrees for 60 minutes and let it rest before slicing. The trees go into hibernation. A lot of animals hibernate. Everything gets very calm and still outside, and the idea is that we should be doing the same, and that it's okay to not be as productive and energized and have as much activity going on as we do in the rest of the year, and that it's productive and okay to winter. To really calm down, let your body rest, rejuvenate, plan, relax, and enjoy those more cozy, dark, and almost mysterious days of the winter.